Time now for our Mediaite Moments, where we check in on the day's bias, buzz, and bull in the world of cable news and beyond. Fox News found themselves in a tricky position last night when some of their primetime hosts had to cover news made by, well, them. Text sent by Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, and Brian Kilmeade to White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows on January 6th implored then-President Trump to speak out against the attack on the Capitol. They were released by House Select Committee member Liz Cheney, which led to these responses.
In a weak attempt to smear yours truly, and presumably, I guess, President Trump, Congresswoman Cheney presented one of my text messages from January 6th to Mark Meadows.
Liz Cheney and her off-the-wall obsession with text messages to Mark Meadows.
But then they tried to weaponize text message, selectively leak them to put out a narrative that, quite frankly, that the president didn't act.
Blaming Liz Cheney for leaking the text is predictable, but the idea that these texts were an effort to smear them doesn't make a lot of sense, since all the hosts defended their efforts to try to get President Trump to stop the attack on the Capitol. And in my mind, rightfully so. It's not a smear if it shows you doing the right thing, right? But another attack they waged was that releasing these texts, which had been lawfully obtained by congressional subpoena, was an invasion of privacy.
Is there any privacy in this country anymore, or do they get to release thousands more of individual private citizens' texts?
We now live in a country where none of your private communications are safe from the eyes of power-drunk politicians like Liz Cheney.
This is an attempt to silence conservatives like you and I from communicating before the 2022 election.
Now, I have expressed a similar sentiment in the past about private leaked information. It makes me uncomfortable. But they seem to be suggesting that leaked texts or emails shouldn't be released. Except that I don't think they felt that way about the texts, let's say, between former FBI employees Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, who were involved in the Russia investigation.
Fox News has now obtained the text messages between the FBI agent Peter Strzok and his FBI lawyer girlfriend, Lisa Page.
And, of course, Chris Cuomo's personal text messages to his brother's aide was reported on Kilmeade's show, Fox and Friends.
According to private text messages and investigative review and interview transcripts made public by the Attorney General here in New York, these text messages revealed that he also asked journalists what they knew about his case.
And who could forget the Hunter Biden messages mysteriously leaked from his laptop?
Senator, your reaction to that story from the New York Post today, based on emails between Hunter Biden and Burisma officials.
So apparently they only believe that private texts are fair game if the private texts are someone else's. Now, this issue even came up when Jussie Smollett revealed private texts with CNN's Don Lemon, which Fox's Todd Pirro felt was a journalistic sin.
This could go back to the whole CNN journalistic questions. Should we be helping the people that we cover overtly like CNN does?
So texting someone that is a subject in the news is off limits unless it's not. Look, again, I think the Fox News host did the right thing in writing to Meadows, but you just can't have it both ways. That's our wrap-up of the day's Media Bias and the Bull. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.